When is it okay to walk away from a relationship? And I know that moving on from a relationship is painful. I get that. But there are times, you realize that it's probably for the best. There are things that happen and you just know it is time to move on. I can't take this anymore. Number 1, you should walk away when he or she is causing you emotional, physical hurt. Verbal, physical, emotional abuse should not be tolerated in any way. At the moment, there's news going on of a Nigerian gospel singer who's been in a domestic violence situation where she lost her life due to that. And the more I read about it, the more I question, I just question why do we let things like that happen to us? And I know it's easier said, asked, talked about. And we sometimes downplay emotional abuse. We think, well, it's not, you don't see it. It's not visible as such. We don't talk a lot about it, but is just as bad as physical abuse, if not worse. And a lot of people go through that. And they can't, or they feel like they cannot walk away from it. These are situations that happen. I'm sorry, I'm just in a mood right now where my heart is so heavy, especially, just thinking about it and the situation that happened with this Nigerian popular gospel singer just made a lot of people share their stories. And don't get me wrong, it's not one-sided. It's not just the women. Men also go through emotional and physical abuse, even verbal abuse, which can lead to emotional abuse. And I just feel, no one should be in that situation. You should walk away as soon as you find out that this is it. Because if someone does it once, they'll do it again. If someone can raise their hands and hit you once, they'll do it again. If they're verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, they'll continue to do it. And that should not be seen as normal. You shouldn't take that as a normal thing. It's not normal in a relationship to be abused in any way, in any form. Walk away. Just walk away. If possible, run away. Number 2, I feel like you should walk away from a relationship when the same situation or the same issues, the same wahala keeps reoccurring. Even when you've talked about it, you've tried to address these issues. One time, fine. 2 times, well, okay. 3 times, come on. If you're trying to address it, the same wahala, the same situation, the same issue, over and over again, is going to get worse in the future. It's just going to get worse. If you can't address it now, what makes you think you can address it when you get married or in the future? I'd rather just walk away. Number 3, I think you should walk away when your values, your core values and your beliefs are different. Every other thing might be the same, but if your fundamental values are not aligned, I feel like there'll be issues later on. You have different beliefs, you have different values, maybe family, like I said, core values, family values, whatever it is. If you don't see eye to eye in that, in that regard, because to me that's the foundation of any relationship, then there's bound to be issues later on. Number 4, I feel you should walk away, or I'll walk away, when the relationship is holding you back. It prevents you from growing as an individual. If you're in a relationship and you're just stagnant as an individual, you're made for more, you want to grow as an individual, but being with that person just puts you down, it's like a shadow, over you, and you can't be yourself, you can't be your true self. as an individual, and I mean both ways, as a man, as a woman, then that's something to consider. Because down the line, you're going to feel miserable, you're going to lose yourself. So it's important, even being in a relationship, you should be able to grow together, as individuals and together. If that relationship is preventing you from growing, please walk away. Personally, I will walk away. Number 5, walk away when you no longer feel the same way about each other. Like I said, this is all before you say the I do's, before you get into a committed relationship. And by committed, I'm talking about marriage or whatever. So this is before the I do, right? If you no longer have feelings for each other, or you no longer feel the same way about each other, there is no point hanging in. I know some people just stay because, it's what they're used to. It's the same old thing, the same routine. It's some people just stay for, they feel like they might not find someone else, or they feel like, he's a good companion, that's fine. She's a good companion, he's a good companion. So they just stay. They no longer love each other or feel the same way about each other, but they just stay in the relationship. I feel that is a recipe for disaster, because at some point, in fact, I read somewhere where someone likened a loveless relationship, the couple or the people no longer have feelings for each other, they liken it to that of a body without a heart. Imagine a body without a beating heart. So basically, it's lifeless. Would you want to be in a lifeless relationship? No soul, no life? Nah, walk away. And I feel like in that situation, when you stay, it could lead to you wanting to find something else with someone else. You want to feel that life again. So what's the point being in that relationship? And what's even worse is being in a relationship where you're the one trying to hang on to every thread. Like you're the one with the feelings, and the other person doesn't really feel the same way. If they've lost your feelings, or they no longer love you as they used to, then you will be, it's miserable. It's draining to be the only one trying to hold on to something that is lost. Like they say, if you love someone, let them go. So, if you no longer feel the same way about each other, it's best to walk away. As I said before, moving on from any kind of relationship is not easy, especially if you've spent months and years together. Not easy at all. But no matter how hard it is, you need to leave or live a better life. You need to be happy. You need to be your own person. You shouldn't be stuck in a situation. You shouldn't be stuck in a relationship where you're unhappy. You shouldn't be stuck in a relationship where you're abused, you're hurt. No. Walk away. Someone once said, there are things that we never want to let go of, people we never want to leave behind. But keep in mind that letting go isn't the end of the world. It's the beginning of a new life. Remember that. It's not the end of the world. It's probably for the best. Thank you for listening. Meet you again at another episode of Die True. Finding Your Truth with Ifemena.